In your case, the one that I broke off, when we did the boiler and had to drain the system, I'm not gonna say it doesn't happen, it happens, but not too often. Opening up the bleeders, normally you're not gonna break the entire valve off like I did. That would just, it was painted, it was rotted, it was horrible. But
So I'm afraid to touch them. They're so old.
I wouldn't be afraid of them. I wouldn't, just until you get air out
If
of
one
them.
breaks off, it's gonna leak, obviously, right? And then
Yes,
I gotta call you right away.
Yeah, well, you gotta shut the water off. And you got the trap around, the French drain around it, so you could turn your water off and open up the valve and start getting the
Well,
pressure off.
we got a service contract, so maybe you can do that when you come out and service the heater.
Absolutely.
'Cause I don't wanna break one off.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
have
That
to
was
wait.
a
I don't wanna break it off, I want you to break it off. So you
At
problem.
least you're there when it's broken, right?
So, but yeah, it's not a big, not
It
a
was
big
a
deal.
real hassle, I mean.
It was, and yours, when it broke off, had to be drilled, had to be tapped in the cast
Yeah.
iron. I had to bring it up a size. It was a real pain in the backside.
That's why I'm afraid to touch them.
Speaking of radiators, what if you hear like, when it goes on, like the one at our house in Union, I'll hear it like rattle and knock, one of them.
Is it a steam boiler?
Yes.
It's a steam boiler. You're gonna have
That's
air,
okay, it's normal.
you're gonna have hammering, you're gonna have expansion. Steam steam happens at 212 degrees. We pressurize the system to about a pound. That's gonna bring it up to around 220 degrees. So them radiators are expanding, contracting. You have water hammer as the steam is going up, it's condensing on the cold pipe. So you got water coming, steam going up, and you're having the hammer.
Okay.
What you have. Normally it's unbalanced pipe. Normally it's the other thing. It could be the steam main is not working properly. But steam, you're gonna have noise. I got a couple steam systems that people were really.
It's only one room that does it, the rest of them doesn't really do it in.
If it's one room, it's probably a steam vent that's going bad.
Two-part. I have baseboards, and last week I heard a lot of water running through upstairs, but they were cold, all of them. Has that gotta be bled?
It's gotta be bled out.
It's gotta be bled. All right,
Correct.
the second thing is outside at the shop is my air conditioning unit. Last year, I think somebody said clean it out, brush it out.
Mhm.
Can you hose that down?
Yes.
Is that, it's safe to hose down and get all that out of there? And it makes it
Absolutely.
a lot colder cleaning it with a brush.
Well, you really
What do you
shouldn't. You
recommend?
should never brush them.
Oh, okay.
We have a chemical, because if you brush them, you actually bend them. The fins are so thin, you'll bend them, and then you're doing more damage, not having the airflow go through. That's why we use a water with a chemical. Let it sit, and then we hose them on out. Don't use a pressure washer, regular garden hose with the sprayer. I tell, we charge, what is it, $47 for if I have to use a chemical? Would you charge 45, 47, depending on how bad they are. and
Depends how
much-
bad it is. It could be anywhere from $60 to $250.
But,
They put it in the middle of all this bamboo.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a disaster.
but if you hose your unit off and just spray it, I don't care if it's running, it doesn't matter.